Picture this. You're sipping coffee on your porch when a nosy HOA Karen barges onto your driveway, slapping fake eviction papers on your door and demanding your truck get towed, even though your house isn't in her HOA. She's calling cops, flashing phony badges, and live streaming her victory to bully you out. But she doesn't know you're a sheriff's department trainer with hidden cams rolling and ironclad legal proof. In minutes, her power trip crumbles into cuffs, exposed fraud, and neighborhood cheers. This quick legal shutdown freed our block from her harassment. Hang on. You won't believe the twist that sealed her fate. Hey folks, John Davis here, from our peaceful little corner in Denver, Colorado. You hear these wild HOA tales online, but let me tell you, mine takes the cake. And it all went down faster than my morning coffee could cool. It was a crisp Saturday, the kind where the sun's just peeking over the Rockies, and I'm out on my porch, mug in hand, enjoying the quiet. My house sits on the edge of the subdivision, an older property my grandpa passed down, totally exempt from any HOA nonsense. But try telling that to Brenda Wilkins, the self-appointed queen of the neighborhood association next door. She'd been on my case for weeks, first with snide notes about my truck parked too visibly, then escalating to anonymous complaints to the city about my yard not matching their cookie-cutter standards. I'd ignored it all, figuring she'd burn out. Boy, was I wrong. That morning, I smelled burnt toast from inside, my attempt at breakfast gone wrong, when Brenda marches up my driveway like she owns the deed. She's waving a thick stack of papers, her face twisted in that smug victory grin that makes your blood simmer. "You can't stay here anymore, John," she snaps, her voice cutting through the still air like a bad alarm. I glance at the fake HOA letter she'd taped to my door earlier, all official-looking with made-up violations about my fence height and grass length. My house wasn't even in her HOA jurisdiction. I'd checked the maps years ago, but Brenda didn't give a damn about facts. She steps closer, jabbing a finger at my old Ford pickup in the drive. "That eyesore's getting towed in 10 minutes flat. You're violating our community guidelines, and I won't stand for it." My hands tighten around the mug, frustration bubbling up like steam. We'd dealt with her harassment before. Late-night door knocks demanding I conform, emails threatening liens on my property that didn't exist, even spreading rumors at block parties that I was some deadbeat squatter. It pissed me off. I work long hours training rookies at the county sheriff's department, teaching them how to handle real crises, not this petty power play. The neighbors? Some peeked from their windows, but a few, like the Millers next door, who'd once been friendly over backyard barbecues, had turned cold lately, probably after Brenda whispered lies about me dragging down property values. Betrayal stung, but I kept my cool. "Brenda," I say slowly, trying to keep the anger from my voice, "this isn't your turf. My land's grandfathered out of your HOA. Back off." She smirks, pulls out her phone, and mutters loud enough for the whole street to hear. "Dispatch. Yeah, send officers over. We've got a trespasser refusing to comply. On his own property. Can you believe it?" A couple of blinds twitch. I spot old Mr. Hargrove from across the way, shaking his head but staying silent. Brenda notices the audience and amps it up, striding over to the curb and yelling to anyone listening. "This guy's a squatter. He's been dodging our rules for months." Then she fishes out this shiny badge from her purse, looked like something from a dollar store costume kit, and waves it around. "I have full authority as HOA president to evict non-compliance. Officers are on their way." My pulse quickens, not from fear, but from the sheer audacity. Anger flares in my chest. How dare she intimidate me on my own doorstep? But underneath, a spark of determination flickers. I knew things she didn't, secrets that could flip this whole mess. I smile faintly, which only makes her eyes narrow. The distant rumble of a tow truck echoes down the block, and Brenda's grin turns predatory. "Right on time," she crows, flagging it down like a parade marshal. The driver pulls up, a burly guy looking half asleep, and she shoves the phony notice at him. "Tow it now! HOA mandate!" He scratches his head, glancing at me sympathetically. "Ma'am, this address, it ain't on any HOA tow list I've got." Brenda's face flushes, but she doubles down. "It's a new enforcement. Do it, or I'll report you too." Frustration boils in me as he shrugs and starts hooking chains to my wheels. My truck, the one I'd fixed up with my kid over summers. But I lean against the railing, sipping coffee, almost amused now. She had no idea the storm brewing, and just as the chains clink tight, a patrol car rounds the corner, sirens off but lights flashing faintly. Pulling up slow, like it knew the drama unfolding. My heart picks up a notch. Not fear, but that mix of anger and anticipation, knowing this could go south quick. Brenda spots the cop car and lights up like she'd summoned her own army. She waves wildly. "Over here, officer! This man's trespassing! Arrest him now!" The tow driver pauses, chains halfway hooked, glancing between us. I set my mug down, frustration mounting. This wasn't just about my truck anymore. Brenda had been harassing the whole edge of the neighborhood, slapping fake fines on folks like me who weren't even members, turning neighbors against each other with her gossip. The Hargroves had confided in me once, saying she'd threatened to sue them over a bird feeder, but they'd gone quiet after that. Probably intimidated. Betrayal like that cuts deep. People I'd waved to daily, now hiding behind curtains. The officer steps out, a tall guy with a no-nonsense vibe, adjusting his belt. Brenda rushes him, papers flapping. "He's illegal here, living outside HOA rules. Tow his vehicle and cuff him." The cop eyes her calmly. "Ma'am, let's see some ID first." That's when she pulls her fake badge again, holding it up like a shield. "I'm Brenda Wilkins, HOA president. I have legal authority to enforce evictions." I feel a surge of determination. She'd crossed into full impersonation now. The neighbors are trickling out, phones in hand, but some shoot me wary looks, like the Millers, who'd once borrowed my lawnmower but now stood arms crossed, whispering. Had Brenda gotten to them with her lies? The tow driver mutters to me, "Buddy, this seems off. Your address isn't listed." But Brenda overhears and barks, "Ignore him! Tow it or face consequences." He hesitates, then resumes hooking up, the metal scraping my rims. Anger flares hot in my gut. That truck held memories, road trips with my son, now 10, who'd left his baseball gear inside after practice. But I stay put, pulling something from my pocket. My laminated sheriff's ID, gold emblem gleaming. The officer glances my way, but Brenda's too busy starting a live stream on her phone. "Watch this, everyone," she announces to her camera, voice dripping venom. "This squatter thinks he can defy the HOA. Justice incoming." Views tick up on her screen, 50, 100, and she pans to me, narrating. "He's been harassing residents, parking junk, lowering values, but I'm shutting it down." Frustration turns to quiet rage. She'd twisted everything, making me the villain. I step forward, voice steady. "Brenda, you sure you want this recorded? In 2 minutes, you'll beg to delete it." Her brows furrow. "Threatening me now? Officer, you heard that?" The cop raises a hand. "Hold on. This property isn't in your HOA zone, ma'am. You can't enforce squat here. Brenda scoffs, crossing her arms. Oh yes, I can. I'm filing a county complaint right now, and that truck's gone. She snaps at the driver again, who finally locks the chains. Tension coils tight. My neighbors murmur, some nodding along with her, others filming silently. Betrayal hits harder. Had she promised them lower dues or something? The officer steps closer, but Brenda shoves past him, climbing into the tow cab herself. I'll do it if you won't. She yanks a lever, the truck lurching. Then her eyes light on my son's baseball bag in the passenger seat. She grabs it, holding it high. This'll motivate you. Hand over the keys or say goodbye to Junior's stuff. Gasps ripple through the crowd. A mom down the street clutches her kid closer. Anger explodes in me, touching my boy's things. That's low, even for her. Determination steals my resolve. I reach into my pocket, not for my phone, but a small black remote, red light blinking. Brenda spots it. What's that supposed to be? I smile. The end of your little show. She laughs, nervously, but as I press the button, my garage door creaks open, revealing something that makes her face pale. A wall of glowing monitors inside, each screen replaying crystal-clear footage from hidden cams I'd installed after her first harassment wave. The videos show Brenda trespassing that morning, slapping the fake notice on my door, waving her phony badge at the tow driver, all time-stamped, high-def, undeniable. The officer's eyes widen. Ma'am, that you on tape? Brenda stammers, dropping the baseball bag. That's edited. He's faking it. But her voice cracks, confidence shattering. The tow driver backs away. Lady, you claimed you were official. I'm out, not risking jail. He unhooks the chains quick, apologizing to me with a nod. Frustration and anger from months of her BS. The anonymous calls to my work hinting at troublemakers. The legal threats and mailed letters demanding I join or vacate. Even turning my once friendly neighbors cold with her smear campaigns. It all surges. But determination wins. I'd prepared for this. The footage isn't just local. It's streaming live to my attorney, the county clerk, and our neighborhood app with 30,000 local users. Notifications ping on phones around us. Views climbing fast. Brenda glances at the crowd, now fully out, some laughing bitterly. Finally, someone standing up to her. But others, like the Millers, shift uncomfortably, maybe regretting their silence. She spins to the officer. This is harassment! Arrest him for spying! He shakes his head. Looks like self-defense evidence to me. You're on his property without permission. Brenda's face twists in desperation. She lunges for the baseball bag again, but I scoop it up first, dusting it off. My son's glove peeks out. That kid loves the game, and seeing her touch it fuels my resolve. Brenda, I say, voice low and steady. You should have checked boundaries before bullying. She hisses. The HOA will sue you into the ground. I have connections. City Hall, lawyers, legal threats now. Typical. But I pull a folded paper from my pocket. My county exemption certificate, signed and sealed, proving my land's independence since the 70s. The officer scans it. Airtight. Ma'am, you're way out of line. Brenda's eyes dart wildly. Tension peaks as she realizes the noose tightening. Neighbors film her meltdown, whispers turning to cheers. Betrayal stings less now. Mr. Hargrove steps forward. She's been extorting us too, with fake fines. Surprise ripples, so she'd intimidated the whole block? Anger flares anew. Brenda pleads, I didn't know, please. But I lean in, whispering, that's your issue. Always assuming you're right. The officer nods to me, recognizing my sheriff trainer badge now, and grabs her arm. You're under arrest for trespassing, theft, impersonating an officer, and fraud. Cuffs click, but she thrashes. This isn't over. My board will bury you. The crowd erupts, but just as it seems wrapped, my phone buzzes with a text from my attorney. More coming. She's linked to bigger scams. My blood chills. Was this deeper than one crazy HOA prez? And as they haul her to the car, a black sedan pulls up quietly at the curb. Two suited men stepping out, watching with stone-cold expressions. Tension spikes again. Who the hell are they? Brenda spots them from the patrol car and smirks through the window. See? My connections are here. You'll regret this. My heart races. Frustration from the morning boils into wary determination. Had she really pulled strings at City Hall? The officer pauses, hand on her door. Friends of yours? The suits flash badges, real looking, but something's off. We're from County Oversight, the lead one says flatly. Release her. This is internal HOA business. Neighbors murmur nervously. The Millers slink back inside, betrayal fresh. But Mr. Hargrove stays, phone up. Don't buy it. Film everything. I step forward, anger fueling me. Oversight? On a Saturday? Show proper ID. The officer agrees, demanding creds. Brenda laughs from the car. Told you, powerful friends. Let me go or face lawsuits. Legal threats escalate. She'd mentioned city ties before. But this? Surprise hits. Maybe her harassment was part of a scheme to force non-HOA lots into their fold for developer kickbacks. I'd heard rumors on the neighborhood app. The suits hesitate, one reaching for a phone. Determination hardens. I press my remote again. Monitors in the garage switching to new feeds. Archived footage of Brenda meeting these same guys at a coffee shop weeks ago. Papers exchanged. Gasps from the crowd. The officer's radio crackles. Backup en route. These badges. Fake, he mutters, drawing his weapon. The suits freeze. You don't understand. She's key to operations. Brenda thrashes. Shut up. But it's too late. My attorney texts. Exposed? They're from a shady firm buying up land illegally? Anger surges. She'd betrayed the whole community for profit? Neighbors surge forward. Arrest them too. The suits bolt for their car, but the officer tackles one. I disarm the other with a quick sheriff-trained move, cuffing him myself. Cheers erupt. Even the Millers re-emerge, apologetic. We didn't know how deep it went. Brenda slumps in defeat as more cops arrive, hauling the group away. I address the crowd. This ends her reign. No more fake fines, no more fear. Relief washes over me, but a lingering shadow. If they had city connections, who else was involved? The patrol lights fade, but days later, anonymous calls start, threats whispering, it's not over yet. That showdown changed everything. The arrests made local news. Brenda faced multiple charges. Her HOA dissolved amid the scandal. The suits exposed a corruption network, leading to city probes. Neighbors thawed. Barbecues returned. The Millers apologized with a pie. Hargroves hosted a block party. My exemption stood firm. Tyler and I tossed ball without worry. But those packages? They revealed deeper betrayals, like board members still lurking. Determination lingers. Cams stay on. If more come, we're ready. Thanks for watching. Drop your HOA horrors below. Who knows what's next?